रावण युद्ध अजान कियो तब, नाग की फांस सबे सिर डारो। श्री रघुनाथ समेत सबे दल, मोह भयो यह संकट भारो।
आने खगेश तबे हनुमान, जू बंधन काटी सुत्रास निवारो।
Top of the morning, Bay, with Good Morning Bay.
Get to know about the traffic on your way and what's news around the world today.
Some wisdom skills along the way.
Oh, and a song to hum along with and sway.
Get your perfect entertaining start to the day.
At 9 a.m. every weekday morning with
Mahima's
Good Morning Bay.
Good morning, Bay. आप सभी लोग हमारी तरफ से एक प्यार भरा नमस्ते,
Namaskar.
वनकम,
Namaskara.
खुशामदीद,
Assalamualaikum.
सत श्री अकाल,
మీకు అందరికీ వందనము.
जय स्वामी नारायण,
जय श्री कृष्ण.
जय जिनेन्द्र।
हमारे इस्माइली भाई बंधुओं को बोल दे या अली मदद.
मौला अली मदद बोलते हुए सारे फीजी बंदर को बोलेंगे नीसा बुला बनजान। हम आ गए हैं आपके प्यारे महिमा के द्वारे। मैं से फालतू बाबा,
And of course, myself, Faltu Rani, लेकर आपके लिए एक और drive time that's going to make it totally exciting and totally mastani बन जाने.
True that Bandijan, and of course पहला let's go see what's happening with the roads। हाँ रास्ते का हाल जो आपको देते हैं हम लोग absolutely totally सस्ते में बंदिजान। This is your traffic update।
It's time for the Bandu Traffic Update. Call us from wherever you are at 408 912 2479.
Yeah, Bandijan 408-912-2479 if at all we miss out in location where we're supposed to be giving out the updates for you guys. So let's see, starting off, well, a lot of construction work happening here and there. You guys are aware of the fact there was a fire over the weekend in Napa Valley. A lot of thousands of acres have been burned. I think 2,500 acres of land has burned or something like that. But let's see, has it impacted traffic? Not much. Towards the north, definitely yes. No, North area has been a little bit impacted over there, but because of some road closures and everything. But let's see, there's a lot of fog in the northern part of the Bay Area. But there's a fog on 101 northbound and southbound at the Golden Gate Bridge. Probably watch out for that. It's still going to be a sunny day, but of course, watch out for these things. A traffic accident on 13 southbound near Oakland, 24 east actually. There's not impacting traffic, but nevertheless there's an accident over there. Watch out for that. And then let's go down towards Milpitas. There's a vehicle fire on 880 northbound south of Dixon Landing. It's on the center divider, so people actually are impacted in the southbound thing. There's a little bit of congestion over there. The vehicle is on fire in the center divider, so people actually on both lanes are getting affected, but definitely on the left lane, which is getting towards the to south of 880, that actually is having a little bit of a backup all the way until the exit actually. So watch out for that, drive very carefully. And we get that weather ki baat mein dekhiye to of course right now but something looks like around 60s, 70s, actually 70s to be very important, very precise actually, and then it goes into the highs of lower 90s.
Yeah, 93 apparently.
90s, yeah, whatever. I don't think it'll be so hot as yesterday. Yesterday was really bad. Yesterday was 96, 97 kind of a thing. So
Really?
yeah, I think Monday was the time we were supposed to have hit mid three digits in the inlands, but we did not. So that was a good thing, or a positive note always. Let's see. Next is, of course, that's about the traffic update for you guys and the weather update, Banajan. It is going to be sunny. Yeah, it's going to be sunny today. A little bit of cloud, smog, smoke, everything's going on in the Bay Area right now, Banajan.
No rain, huh? No rain in the forecast.
Nothing in the forecast as now, but of course, clouds are forming. We don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be thunder clouds or what it is. We don't know because we have Bay Area experienced some really bad weather. Talk about even in South Bay, Milpitas got the tremors. They felt the tremors, the earthquake. And even this morning, Fatoni, I think I felt a little bit of tremor.
Yeah, it was.
There was light
like
tremor, just a few minutes, around 8:30, something like that.
Yeah, even this morning actually we
Yeah.
had around 8:45 or something.
there was a little
2.7 earthquake.
Yeah, so you actually could have felt it if you're sitting down on the table kind of moved, and I was like eating my sandwich, I moved my mouth over the sandwich.
It almost seemed like as if like Somebody took a big wrecking ball and dropped it. Right?
But you know, the best part, my dogs actually identified it.
What?
They barked before the earthquake happened. I was like, whoa! Dogs can
Really?
sense all these things, suppose.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, I think animals have a automatic way of sensing things which
Wow.
actually are. Even birds, for the matter, birds are very. If at all you see birds flying away from places, they say it's because of the earthquake.
Really?
Yeah, that also is one of the things which people markers for us to understand. They are more tuned to the world than us, right? We are like the disconnected
Wow,
child
I
of.
never thought about it.
We are like stepchildren of Mother Nature, unfortunately.
Why would you say that?
We behave that way.
Huh?
We behave that way. Look at the way we behave. The way we do. We drive around in cars which actually are not supposed to be good on the roads and all that stuff. Anyway, I don't want to get there. For that's a total different show for us. But right now, I gotta go and see what's happening with the headlines. Falguni, what do you have for headlines today? I know today is going to be a big day for Trump, right? Yes or no?
Why is it going to be a big day for him?
He's going to face off with Joe
Biden?
Biden, right?
Yeah,
He's going to chew him
exactly.
off totally.
Yes.
So what's headlines for us?
Yeah. One of the headlines is about Reuters exclusive that I found, Altibaba, which is talking about the unraveling of Trump policies being a distant hope for separated immigrant families. You remember the families who came in seeking refuge, and even families who are, for that matter, where H-1Bs are here and H-4 wives are stuck back home in India. So even spouses are stuck, families are stuck like this in the situation. So people are saying that a requirement of the unraveling of Trump policies is the possible distant hope. Trump and Biden to meet in pivotal first presidential debate. Trump ups spending on lawyers as U.S. election legal battles heat up. Kuwait mourns Emir Sheikh Sabah, veteran defender of Arab unity. In reversal, Kentucky prosecutor to release Breonna Taylor grand jury evidence. Trump Supreme Court pick Barrett meets senators in race to confirmation. TikTok launches U.S. elections guide to combat misinformation. U.S. senators aim to stop sale of drugs online by going after the tax legal immunity. EV makers IRO, AYRO, IRO and Karma team up to manufacture electric delivery vehicles. From news from India, Bandhujan, we have Amnesty International statement being far from the truth and an attempt to influence a probe into its illegality, says the Ministry of Home Affairs. And also, never accepted unilaterally defined 1959 LAC, says India on China's assertion. And in some Bollywood buzz, Bandhujan, Deepika Padukone, Sarah Ali Khan have no connections with drug peddlers, and Kangna Ranaut is taking on the BMC in court.
Oh my God.
Yep. And if you have family who are looking to depart via Lufthansa, or if you're looking to travel Lufthansa to India, Lufthansa has cancelled all flights from India till October 20th.
Oh, the reason being?
COVID.
Wow.
They had a embargo, so to speak, till September 30th, and then they extended it to October 20th. So, well, Bandhujan, those are the headlines. We'll bring you the detailed news in just a little bit.
And of course, Bachchan, that was the Gane Kira for you guys. और कुछ सुनना चाहते हो फालतू नहीं?
Yeah.
एक काम करते हैं, गाने का कीड़ा छोड़ देते हैं.
हाँ.
Why don't you just give the news to people? Isn't that
क्यों
equal?
गाना at least मुखड़ा लगाओ ना आलतू बाबा.
Okay, what फालतू नहीं?
मगन तू छोड़ के सारे किंतु परंतु नाच मेरी जा होके मगन तू छोड़ के सारे किंतु परंतु मार छलांगे झूले गगन तू छोड़ के सारे किंतु परंतु नाच मेरी जा होके मगन तू छोड़ के सारे किंतु परंतु
And Baljan, Bhuvan, ये गाना था आपके लिए गाने का कीड़ा और बजेगा भजन towards the end we will play it for sure. लेकिन I think we have to go and see what's in the news because बहुत सारे news items है share करने के लिए. फातवानी, take it away.
Yes, but before we start that, good morning to you too, Deepak ji. Thank you so much for wishing us a happy Tuesday. Indeed, we hope everybody has a terrific and happy Tuesday as well. Let's give you some updates on the California wildfires. Bindijan, California Governor Gavin Newsom has declared a state of emergency as a new round of wildfires tears through the state. The Zog and Glass wildfires have touched nearly 70,000 acres, Manajan, and has torched all of it, killing 3 and laying waste to hundreds of structures as they spread over the areas of Napa, Sonoma, and Shasta counties. Nearby, the August complex fire, already the largest in California's history, continues to threaten. There have been more than 8,100 wildfires in California this year, and firefighters continue to fight at least 25 major blazes. At least 29 people have died since fire activity in the state started to pick up in the middle of August. And also, let's go on over and give you another update on the coronavirus. Punjab, more than 1 million people now have died of the coronavirus worldwide. Less than 9 months after the first death was confirmed in the Chinese city of Wuhan. The US, Brazil, India, and Mexico account for more than 50% of the total death toll. What's worse, cases in these stricken counties are still skyrocketing. India recently surpassed 6 million cases and 95,000 people have died in the country, although Indian officials warn that these numbers may be woefully underreported. More than 141,000 people have died of coronavirus in Brazil, the second highest total in the world, and the US tops the grim list with more than 200,000 deaths. While the world holds out hope for a vaccine to curb the devastation, 35 are now currently in human trials around the world. Health experts worry that the death toll may double before any widespread relief is available.
Wow.
Exactly. Well, one thing that that experts are telling you, doctors are telling you, is relax your shoulders, unclench your jaw, because apparently doctors are seeing more cracked teeth, and they say it's due to pandemic strength. Stress.
Fathwani,
My bad.
stress,
Stress.
So there is something called stress, but please understand this. That's why you listen to the programs like ours. We try to de-stress you guys.
Yes.
Well,
Exactly.
well, actually, we're also not free of stress, Fathwani. We also go through stress, you know that, right?
Yeah. I totally get it.
Yeah.
Well, and the other big news item is that Republican President Donald Trump and Democratic rival Joe Biden will square off for the first time on Tuesday in a pivotal debate that will provide a stark clash of styles and the prospect of a fiery and brutally personal grudge match. With more than 1 million Americans already casting early ballots and a time running out to change minds or influence the small sliver of undecided voters, the stakes are enormous as the two White House candidates take the stage 5 weeks before the November 3rd election. The combustible Trump and more low-key Biden will debate an array of urgent political challenges, including a coronavirus pandemic that has killed more than 200,000 people in the United States and thrown millions out of work. A brewing battle over Amy Coney Barrett's U.S. Supreme Court nomination and continued protests across the country for racial justice. Speaking of which, Panajan, the President Donald Trump has increased his campaign spending on lawyers. Yes, he's spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on lawyers to litigate voting by mail, including in the battleground state of Pennsylvania. Federal Election Commission data has shown the campaign paid more than $250,000 to Porter, Wright, Morris, and Arthur, the law firm representing it in lawsuits over the use of drop boxes and other changes to Pennsylvania's mail-in balloting procedures. According to the data, in the November 3rd elections, more voters are expected to cast their ballots by mail instead of in person because of the novel coronavirus pandemic here. But Republican Trump has repeatedly linked mail-in voting to voter fraud without providing evidence. And
Wow.
you remember you talked about his private army?
Did I? Militia? I must have.
You did.
Yes,
several
Supreme
times.
Leader.
Several times. His son yesterday posted. There's a news article that has come out where he's posted a picture of him holding that, what do you call that, automatic machine gun.
Oh my God, really?
And he says, "Let's start an army to defend the elections."
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of shows how psychotic these people are.
And talk about a private militia that he's trying to create, Donald Trump Jr. Okay, so then somebody else posted a meme which is really funny, which said, I don't know who he is. I have no idea who he is because he's been jailed, it seems. And Trump is like, I don't know who that is. I have no idea who it is. I never spoke to him in my entire life.
Ah, probably.
He's like, yeah, that's me.
That's why they have daddy issues.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, yeah.
And,
Anyways,
and speaking of the racial intolerance and the whole big protest that's been going on, Kentucky's Attorney General reversed course and said that he would release on Wednesday a recording of the grand jury proceedings over the police shooting death of Breonna Taylor that resulted in none of the officers involved being charged with homicide. Attorney General Daniel Cameron initially rejected calls to release the grand jury proceedings, saying those are meant to be kept secret. The outcome of the deliberations over the mass shooting of the black emergency medical technician raised questions over how Cameron, a black Republican, guided the grand jurors in their decision making. Now, the Kentucky governor, the Louisville mayor, and the Taylor family all had pressured Cameron to make the grand jury evidence public. The tipping point came after one of the grand jurors and a Jefferson County Circuit Court judge also said that the proceedings should be released. So that's going to be released, and we'll know what's going on over there as well. I don't know how many of you watched the body cam footage as to what they did right after they shot.
oh, what
Apparently, that guy who claimed that he was not guilty, right? Who killed her, who shot and killed her, he ran in to check out and pick up shell casings from the house.
Oh my God, that's like
And-
hiding evidence.
Yeah, and you can hear another officer saying, no, wait for the integrity team to come by before you go and do this. But he apparently had already picked up a couple of them.
Wow.
So anyway, more on that you will get on MediaMahima.com. And Trump's Supreme Court pick, Amy Coney Barrett, is going to be meeting senators today in race to confirmation. Well, the sprint by Senate Republicans to confirm her to a lifetime post on the U.S. Supreme Court began in earnest today as a conservative judge met with senators at the U.S. Capitol, starting with Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. Amy Coney Barrett, who Trump on Saturday announced as his nominee to replace the late liberal Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, began a day packed with informal meetings in a paneled Senate conference room. Barrett, a favorite of religious conservatives, stood silently and motionlessly before a marble mantelpiece for TV cameras, flanked on one side by Vice President Mike Pence and on the other White House officials, and on the other side by McConnell. With Democrats opposing her nomination, Pence said Barrett should receive a respectful hearing before the Senate Judiciary Committee, followed by swift Senate confirmation. We truly believe that Judge Barrett represents the best of America personally in terms of her great intellect and her great background, Pence told reporters. Actually, I found a very interesting article, Altbaba,
Yeah.
which talks about how they used, there was somebody called Schlaff? I forgot the name. This Mrs. Schlaff was part of this movement where they used women to bring down the feminist movement.
What?
Women to bring down women. Yes.
That's exactly what they're trying to do here.
Yes, in this case, that's what they're trying to do. So if you speak up against Amy Coney Barrett, they'll be like, "Oh my God, how sexist of you!" Right? Because it's out of context. But you got to take it in context, and you got to see about how they're trying to, leverage Amy Coney Barrett's nomination as a female justice to the court to actually undermine the feminist vote and to undermine the fact that so basically this is how somebody put it. They said Amy Coney Barrett is going to be walking through the door that Ruth Bader Ginsburg opened just to shut it for everybody else behind her.
That's so rightly put. What a great analogy.
Yeah.
You know, after the allegory of the cave, this is the only thing which makes sense to me.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
The analogy is so strong.
Yeah, it is.
It is. Can you
It
imagine?
is. It is. It is. It is absolutely, and it's kind of I don't know. It's heartbreaking, and at the same time, it's not heartening at all, Vanjan, because she is part of a Catholic group. You guys should read up on this. I'm going to share this particular article, which talks about how clever the move
But
is of.
I tell you one thing, Fadi, if you just say she's part of Catholic group, it's not fair.
No, it's
you
not
must
the
talk
Catholic-
about how the values are defined of an individual based on their life
Yeah.
and their culture. And,
Yeah.
and very huge portion of the culture is religion.
Correct.
And religion is based on beliefs and faith as opposed to science.
Correct.
Or facts.
Right.
Right? So in that case, in this particular group, then that's how you got to talk about it. Otherwise, you just say part of a church group or whatever, nobody's going to understand that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but the
Exactly.
thing is, what Falter is getting at is the core values of people, right? It's defined by your collective experience in life. And if you're part of a church, obviously it's going to be a huge part of your life, right?
Correct.
And yeah, the values definitely transfer onto you. One of the values which is there in that particular church where Amy Coney Barrett has actually sworn a covenant
Yeah.
is kind of counterintuitive to people who actually are pro-choice.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
pro-choice.
It is. In fact, this is a secretive group where this covenant has been signed. It's called the People of Praise, Alto Baba. And in this particular covenant, they call the husband I think he's the husband and he's the person who is supposed to be the person who makes all the decisions, and the wife is called the handmaid
Wow.
of the family. So basically, she's second fiddle. Anyway, I'll
Well,
share this article.
Okay, you might say, oh, you're just reading too much into it. Probably we are. It's still okay, but just want to make sure we can get it out in the open is what Faltoni is saying, right?
Right. Well, we need to, because we need to be able to see this, and we need to be able to make a decision about people who can make decisions for our daughters, our children, and for the future. So that's one very, very important thing. Also, let's go on over international news. May Kuwait's ruling Emir Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmad Al Sabah has died. His office announced on Tuesday, plunging his country into mourning for a leader regarded by many Gulf Arabs as a savvy diplomatic operator and a humanitarian champion.
Well, he was very savvy actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, he was supposedly very savvy. He actually was a person who was instrumental in the Iraq war.
Oh, really? He was 91 years old and had ruled the wealthy oil producer and US ally since 2006 and steered its foreign policy for more than 50 years, apparently.
Very charismatic person.
Yeah. His designated successor is his brother, Crown Prince Sheikh Nawaf Al Ahmad Al Sabah. And, if you want to get more information about this, we know that there are a lot of Kuwaitis also who are here in the United States. And if you want to get more information about that, you can go to MediaMahima.com. In some tech news, TikTok is launching an elections guide in the video sharing app to give users information about the 2020 US elections to help protect against misinformation, the company said in a Tuesday blog post. It'll guide users access to information about federal, state, and local candidates from Ballot Ready and about how to vote in each state from the National Association of Secretaries of State. So I thought TikTok was banned, but they're actually going to help with the US election now?
Well, there was a stay against, one of the courts actually ruled the fact that they should not be holding them from downloading it, right?
No, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, America's democracy is that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the two U.S. senators on Tuesday introduced legislation that aims to stop the sale of opioids and illicit drugs online by amending a key federal law that protects internet companies, the latest in a series of bills to go after tech's legal immunity. The legislation titled See Something, Say Something Online Act, and proposed by Democratic Senator Joe Manchin and Republican Senator Joe Cornyn, requires internet platforms such as Facebook and Alphabet's Google to report suspicious activity online to law enforcement or be held liable for that failure. Wow. So more on that on MediaMahima.com.
Hey, but what happened to the one when the NAB,
NCB?
the Narcotics Bureau
From India?
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, I'll come to that. Well, I just wanted to share that Karma Automotive LLC and also Aero Inc., the maker of low-speed electric vehicles, Altobaba, they're coming together to build 20,000 electric delivery vehicles through 2023.
Nice.
Yes. And let's go and see what Altobaba asked about. In the Bollywood buzz Bandujan और हिंदी फिल्म इंडस्ट्री से जो न्यूज़ निकल रही है, Riya Chakrabarti, she's been fighting in court for bail And the Narcotics Control Bureau has now found no link as of yet between the Bollywood town actresses like Deepika Padukone,
So-
Sarah Ali Khan. Wait! And drug peddlers.
Okay. So
They've arrested drug peddlers and they're saying that there is no known connection between
yeah.
these people.
So in other words, what exactly? But I'll tell you, imaging definitely works.
Yes.
Manish Malhotra's Innocent Collection actually worked as charm. So they're saying that they're not peddlers.
Well, no, actually, they are saying that they are not clearing them, but they're also saying that there hasn't been a known connection. There was this agency called Kwan.
Fine. Okay. Fadrani, that's all fine. It's all hogwash.
Okay, anyways,
Smoke screen, Fadrani.
Kangana Ranaut also is taking on a BMC in court, and that was the top headline.
What is
that-
BMC? Should tell people. People don't know what BMC is. Not
What
from
is
Mumbai.
BMC? Please tell us.
Fadrani, you don't know what BMC is?
No, some municipal corporation, right?
Exactly.
Bombay Municipal
Yeah.
Corporation.
Ah.
So there's also news about how Riya Chakraborty and her brother Shovik's legal team fought it out against the NCB as they presented their bail application at Bombay High Court. And also you can some news is coming out with regard to another aspiring actor who also died of suicide supposedly. Akshat something, I forget his name, but that is another news item that is coming out from Bollywood. But in the LAC, Banajan, India on Tuesday has rejected China's position that it abides by its 1959 stand on the perception of the line of actual control and asked the neighboring country to refrain from advancing an untenable unilateral interpretation of the de facto border. The stand by China, spelled out by its foreign ministry, insisting that it takes the 1959 line on perception of the LAC amid a nearly 5-month border standoff in eastern Ladakh, triggered a strong reaction from India. And India said, this is not, your perception is wrong, basically. So if you want to catch up on that story too, you can go to mediamahima.com. That's all we have time for on this morning's Good Morning Bay. We'll be back tonight live at 5 on the Pam Pam Show. Banjan, tab tak ke liye hame ijazat dijiye. We'll be back and have yourselves a terrific, wonderful, safe Tuesday.
छोड़ के सारे